Hi there, this is Architect David. Welcome to Arkida, where you can learn anything and everything about construction. For this video, I will be talking about Thomas Henry Moray, who also follows the radiant energy collection system by Nikola Tesla, although his collection system is a variation of Tesla's collection system. As a boy, Moray had been deeply inspired by the greatest electrical genius of all time, Nikola Tesla. In the early 1900s, Dr. Moray produced his first device to tap energy from the meta-frequency oscillations of empty space itself. In short, this is the energy generated or collected in the ether. Shortly thereafter, Moray produced his first elementary device that delivered measurable electrical power, and he continued to work diligently on energy devices when he had time. In test after test, Moray demonstrated this radiant energy device to electrical engineering professors, congressmen, dignitaries, and a host of other visitors to his laboratory. The records are full of signed statements from physicists, electrical engineers, and scientists who came to the Moray laboratory as doubting Thomases and left with the complete conviction that Moray had indeed succeeded in tapping a universal source of energy that could produce free electrical power. Now, what was Moray's version of electrical energy collection system? From which it can be seen that even a relatively short aerial wire suspended not far from the ground, which is 2.5 meters, is capable of collecting substantial amounts of usable electrical power. The earth used in the remote demonstration was a length of gas pipe. The earth is the grounding, which was hammered into the ground. It was noted that as each hammer blow drove the pipe deeper into the earth, the light bulbs, which formed the electrical load, shone more brightly, indicating that the quality of the earth connection is very important when serious power is being drawn from an aerial. Moray's equipment is said to have contained a germanium diode which he built himself in the days before solid-state devices became readily available. So if you were to look at the pictures, the height of the aerial is 2.5 meters while the length is 17 meters. It is now going to be connected to a device down below, which could produce 50 kilowatt output. Moray was granted U.S. Patent 2460707 on the 1st of February 1949 for an electrotherapeutic apparatus. With regards to the collection box or the device, as far as can be seen, the valve shown here is an oscillator tube. The tube shown here has a 6-layer capacitor formed from two U-shaped circular metal rings with the space between them filled with a dielectric material. The plates are shown in red and blue, while the dielectric is shown in green. Inside the capacitor, there is a separate ring of dielectric material, possibly made from a different material, and an inside ring of corrugated metal to form an ion brush discharge electrode. The capacitor and electrode connections are key to the pins in the base of the tube. Now, since the data presented here talks about all type of capacitors, it is suggested that you consult with electrical or electronic engineers to come up with the available capacitors or diodes in line with what is presented here. The ground pipe was of half-inch water pipe consisting of two sections. The lower section was pointed at the end to make its driving into the creek bed easy. Remember, this experiment of Moray was done beside the creek. It was about 6 feet long, and after being driven down about 5 feet, the second section, which was about 4 feet long, was screwed on with a wrench and the pipe driven further down until it struck a hard object. So about 7 feet of pipe was in the ground. The antenna wire was insulated from the poles with two glass insulators about 6 inches long and having holes in both ends. A piece of wire about 2 feet long connected each insulator with the pole. The lead-in wire was fastened to the antenna wire at a point about 10 or 15 feet from the east pole. Unfortunately, at this point in time, there is no data presented to indicate the size in diameter of the main aerial being used, but it can be suggested to use a gauge 2 or 6.54 millimeter diameter wire, in diameter insulated copper wire. The diagram shown above is reproduced from a rough sketch drawn from memory after seeing Moray's circuit diagram. The person who drew it does not understand how the circuit works, so please treat this diagram as being just an overall suggestion as to what Moray's circuit might have been like. This shows two YouTube videos of how Thomas Henry Moray's electrical collection system works. I will post the link of it in the description box down below. Hope you've learned something new today. Please watch out for my next video, which I will be talking about the quantum energy generator. Click the subscribe button to discover all the other videos in this site. Click the notification bell to be notified about new videos that we post. If you have additional comments, please post them down below or at our Arkida Facebook page, and I will answer all your queries. Thank you.